everyone, Chief Casson here, and thank you for spending the next 10 minutes with me as I do a brief recap of the major successes of 2018, followed by what we have coming up in 2019. Now I'm going to keep the recap portion of the video short so I can focus more on what to expect in this coming year. But first, in fiscal year 2018, we added another 48 new positions throughout the various divisions within the department. Included with these new positions were a number of business plan initiatives, or BPIs, that were successfully implemented throughout the year. These new BPIs included the implementation and startup of Rescue 211, Rescue 226, Rescue 34, Battalion 5, a full-time PIO, additional training staff, an additional FRSS support technician, a full-time accountant, a division chief of special operations, an assistant fire marshal, Zoll auto pulse equipment on every rescue unit, and a CO monitor for every frontline crew, just to highlight a few of the larger projects that have occurred throughout the year. This list doesn't even mention the countless operational improvements that have also taken place throughout the year, all aimed at improving employee health and safety, as well as improving operational efficiencies. Each one of these initiatives was an incredible undertaking by our amazing team who planned, funded, and executed the successful implementation of each project. It took all levels of the organization working together as a cohesive team to make all of these projects a reality, and we are extremely thankful for each of your contributions. It is this teamwork and can-do spirit that helps make this organization stand apart from many others. So overall, 2018 was a very successful year for PCFR, and one that saw another period of astonishing growth that has ultimately set the tempo for the years to come. Just like the past few years, we've been busy building our BPIs and planning for the future through logical and smart processes such as SWOT analyses, targeted surveys, comprehensive industry research, and our favorite, proactive futuring. All of these methods work together harmoniously to systematically align us with best practice models and future accreditation standards as we all work collectively toward a full agency accreditation through CAS and CFAI. So as we turn the page into fiscal year 2019, we have many new exciting projects already in the works. All of the projects I'm going to talk about are all part of the department's strategic plan and are all tied back to one of the agency's 7 organizational pillars, including customer service, community risk reduction, operational improvement, professional development, health, wellness and safety, infrastructure support, and fiscal responsibility. I'll go over a brief list of these projects with you now. First, as we make this video, we're in the process of finalizing months of work on a wage reopener package with the IAFF and the second year of the current 3-year contract. Part of this package calls for a vote from the membership on a 6-week Kelly Day. If passed, this initiative will require 42 employees to be hired in 2019 to backfill the vacancies created by the Kelly Day. The remainder of the provisions of the reopener are currently being finalized and will hopefully be released very soon. Next, like in recent years, we'll be adding another 2 full-time rescue units to our fleet of 27 existing rescues. Rescue 212 and Rescue 38 will go in service sometime in the second and third quarters of 2019, respectively. Rescue 38 will of course be dependent on the completion of Fire Station 38, which is currently under construction on Overpass Road and expected to be completed by the end of next summer. EMS supervisors will finally become a reality in 2019, with a go-live date of sometime late spring or early summer. The plan calls for 2 EMS supervisors on duty at any given time, one deployed on the west side of the county and the other on the east. We're currently finalizing details with IAFF on the selection and operational processes that will occur. Another long-standing project will also become a reality this year, and that is the transition to a Ready Reserve apparatus program. The first phase of the program will be developed over the next 2 years and then be ongoing after that. In 2019 specifically, we will fully equip 3 spare engines and 2 spare rescues to be utilized whenever a spare unit is needed. In 2020, we will then fully equip another 2 spare engines and 3 spare rescues, along with a battalion chief vehicle and a spare ladder truck. In addition to dramatically improving apparatus swapping, it will provide the agency much quicker spin-up of additional equipment needed in the event of a disaster or external EM deployment request. 2019 will finally also see Pasco County Fire Rescue implement a true Marine program with the implementation of a purpose-built rescue boat. Program development has been underway for several months now in cooperation with Clearwater and East Lake Fire Departments, who both have well-established programs. The vessel itself is currently under construction and is due for completion around the first of the year. When all put together, this will be an in-depth program, and training will therefore be fairly extensive. We're also currently working on developing an entirely new approach to training newly hired field employees. Because of the scores of new employees already hired in recent years, as well as the anticipated large number of new employees in the coming years, we are looking to develop a more structured onboarding plan that will span the first few years of employment. Part of this plan calls for initiating a shift-friendly paramedic school of approximately 20 students on each shift in a partnership with a local state college. This will allow up to 60 firefighters per year to attend paramedic school as a group alongside their peers, as well as dramatically reduce, if not eliminate altogether, an end-of-course orientation process. On the fire side, we're looking to develop something similar with certain fire-based certification courses that will be obtained in those first few years as well when not in paramedic school. This particular initiative is ongoing and still being developed, but I wanted to give you an idea of one of the big ideas being worked on right now. If successful, this plan could be in effect as early as next fall. The Fire Rescue Department will be receiving a Performance Development Analyst, or PDA, in 2019 as a new position as well. This position will be shared amongst the other departments within the Public Safety branch. However, it is anticipated that 4 out of the 5 days per week will be spent within the Fire Rescue Department. This position will solely be focused on performance management analysis, which is an area that has been identified as a need for the agency as we work toward industry best practices and eventual accreditation. And finally, you may have heard some recent discussion about an EMS quality assurance initiative. This particular proposal is currently being developed and will be presented as an out-of-budget cycle BPI. This particular initiative is connected to a modification of our transport fee structure and is tied to individual initiatives that will advance over 25 additional employee health and wellness and EMS operational improvement opportunities for the organization. This project is incredibly large and complex and way too early into it to provide any further details, but we just wanted you to know that some potentially great things are presently in the works in this arena. So this has only been a sampling of the major items that are set for this fiscal year, and therefore we have a tremendous amount of work ahead of us. Many of these projects are already underway, and the rest are in the early stages of implementation. All of this while at the same time we start to turn our attention toward fiscal year 2020, which is already now only 11 months away. In the meantime, Chief Cassano will be putting out a memo in the coming days that will add some additional detail to the projects mentioned in the video today. Now, I've tried to shed a little light today on where we're headed over at least the next year. Beyond that, I know that we will remain committed to advancing Pasco County Fire Rescue in a positive direction by working on many different fronts simultaneously and as a collective agency. As I alluded to earlier, we are continuing to pursue the accreditation process, which will ultimately make us more robust in the long term by validating our organization against nationally established best practice models in service delivery. In due course, this will make our organization even stronger and a true national industry leader like we have already accomplished in many different areas. In the meantime, I need each and every one of you to continue to go out and do the job you do and do it to the best of your ability. You were originally hired because you were the best at what you did, and I ask nothing less than that from you now. Seek solutions to problems instead of complaining about them, and bring forth your A game each and every day. Company officers, supervisors, and managers, I need you for your leadership and your expertise in your corresponding fields. I need you to lead your respective teams and provide not only supervision, but guidance and reassurance to each team member. Remember, we are here to help and no one is alone. Let's be true servant leaders. Well, my 10 minutes are up, so I thank you for your time to watch the video and thank you for your commitment to excellence and for helping make Pasco County Fire Rescue a premier organization. Now let's get out there and make a difference. Thank you.